This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Good evening once again and welcome to Sports in Your Second Look. I'm Charles Fisher coming to you once again from Clifford Park. Last night, the CAC team, the junior version, returned home from Mexico with lots of medal. And our golden girl, Kelsie Johnson, was on hand to welcome them home.
Knowing full well the many challenges the Bahamas Association of Athletic Associations faced in trying to send them off, the 33-member junior CAC team came together and decided to use that as motivation.
Our concern for us was basically to qualify for the World Junior Championships and do the best that we can. Everyone remembers what happened in Martinique. We don't have to repeat it. And basically, we just had to go there and prove that we're not that team that we showed that day, that weekend.
Financial help came hours before the team departed for Mexico, and that was just the tip of the iceberg for the young team.
The athletes they just make up in their mind, you know, we're gonna do what we need to do. We're gonna do better than we did the last time. We didn't feel so comfortable coming from Martinique, so we ain't gonna bear that again. So all of them get together and just support one another and just do what they knew they needed to do. I always said to them, they're the better of the best. So if they're the better of the best, we expect better and greater things from them.
Arriving in Mexico, it was a bit difficult because I was on the first flight. We waited in the airport for quite a while. I didn't mind so much, but I know some of my other teammates, they were a bit aggravated and irritated, and that's understandable seeing that we had a long wait. We also had a long drive into Morelia, seeing that all of the teams flew into Mexico City. The drive was about 4 or 5 hours. But as far as the hotel and transportation, everything, as that food, everything was good in Mexico from my belief. I can't speak for all of my teammates in general, but I would say that the food, the lodging, all of that was very good to us. I remember there were some complaints about the track being a bit rough, seeing that it was hard, and a few athletes did suffer some injuries. But I'm sure we will recover from that and we will be ready for the World Junior Championships.
The Bahamas finished fourth with 20 medals, 7 gold, 8 silver, and 5 bronze. Kyle Higgs, the captain of the squad, won gold in the under-20 boys discus event. His best on the day was 54.64 meters, which is now a new junior national record. Kelsie Johnson, ZNS Total Sports.
The World Junior Track and Field Championship set for later on this month in Eugene, Oregon. The Beatles were supposed to name that team last night, but according to Mike Sands, they will do that at a later date.
Those athletes have been identified, and the easy part about that is that the IAAF sets its standards, and they are qualifying standards, and so those names will be released within the next 48 hours of those team members and the management team that will be heading to Eugene, Oregon to compete against the world.
The Bahamas Olympic Committee naming 2 teams yesterday, the Commonwealth Games team and the Youth Olympic teams. A few weeks ago, they held a Youth Olympics over there in Grand Bahama, and according to General Secretary Romel Knowles, it went pretty good.
Although, albeit a little rushed, it was well supported. And in next year, we intend to do the same thing here in New Providence. We will bring the spirit of the Olympic Games and the Olympic movement to the various communities with a view of preparing athletes, not only for the Olympic movement, but for life, teaching them life skills and for the spirit of being a good human being, eating healthy, practicing healthy lifestyle, making good choices, staying away from drugs and alcohol, protecting your environment, being appreciative of your culture, and obviously focusing on education. These are the core pillars of the Olympic movement and, of course, gender equality.
And don't forget, coming up this weekend will be the Strikers Boxing Club Amateur Tournament, where they'll take on fighters from the United States. And according to organizer Ron Rodgers, they have been invited to many tournaments.
In fact, so many that most of them we can't go to. We have on the 16th, we have to go to Cayman to fight the Cubans. At the end of August, we go to Georgia to fight Untitled Championship boxing tournament. Then again, in September, we'll be again fighting October, we'll be fighting in the World Golden Glove Championships. We also have CAC games. The list just goes on. We have 3 to 5 major fights per month up until December.
And that's going to do it for your check on sports. I'm Charles Fisher. Happy Independence, everybody.
This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.